Alright, assignment time. In this assignment, we're going to test your skill a little bit. Okay? We're going to make this scene. This scene is 2D, and I want to create it into a 3D. Now, here's the rules before you freak out. Let's pretend nothing exists outside this scene. Okay? Nothing. So, what I see in the camera right now is what I want. So your only focus, your primary focus is to get a scene within a camera to look like this. But you don't have to move the camera. Let me explain. If I go into, first off, let's set the ground rules for the scene. The scene is going to be under common. I want it to fit within a HD 1080. Okay. So let's view, camera settings, resolution gate. This is your window right here. Okay. Anything that falls outside this, I do not care about. What I would probably do is build a shot camera. Okay, let me show you how to do that. Grab a camera. And we're going to go into that shot camera. Let's see if I can get it over here. And we're also going to view its resolution gate. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of put this up here. Hit 6 on the keyboard. And I have that box there just to kind of gauge the scene. There we go. Once you have it set, what I'm going to do is go down here and hit S on the keyboard. This will set a key. Okay, so why did I do that? Because everybody messes up their shot camera. So check this out. I'm in the shot camera and I decide to move it. Well, I go down here and go to the timeline. All of a sudden it snaps right back into place. So your primary focus is to be within the perspective view. I can lose the resolution gate on the perspective view. And now I'm just worried about getting this scene set up within this little world and making it look just like that picture, sort of. Okay, so that's your theme right here. Now to support you, and I've showed you some vegetation and everything else, what I didn't show you is rocks, but I do have a chapter on the DVD and on YouTube with rocks for this assignment. If you page down on the DVD, you have the 7000 series. Okay, that chapter is making rocks, and it shows you how to do them in Blender. Okay, so it'll add a little bit more to the assignment. As far as the baking materials goes, you know, that might come in handy when making rocks. Think about the surface of the rock. But the high fidelity normal map is definitely going to help you out. And so is the Maya Paint Effects game. The scene does not have to look totally photographic quality. I kind of want it to have a game feel to it. Okay, so obviously you're not going to get all these little tiny things on the ground too much, but you can develop sprites or not sprites, but those vegetation image planes to support some of this geometry. So what I would do is start modeling this door, start modeling this wall, and have it come out at a perspective. Same here. So this is going to come out as a perspective. Once you see those videos in Blender, you know that you'll be able to sculpt this. And then anything beyond the door really is just a geometry plane. These trees are probably alpha'd. And then you would have this little fence in the background. And last but not least in your scene, you would have the openness of this area right here. See how bright the sky is? What I would probably do there is create yourself an image plane. Go into Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. Use a surface shader. In Surface Shader, they have a quality in here called Outglow Color. I just want to rank this up just by one skosh. Apply that surface shader. And you can also have an out color. Maybe I pretend that's right in that region. So this doesn't have to be a box. It can be several pieces of geometry laid out and back. That way you can use this technology. If I render this, let me show you what happens. The glow doesn't show up until last. So once it gets done fully rendering, you have this nice bright glow. Okay. Alright. So in other words, this box doesn't have to be here. Just letting you know. This box was just to set up my camera. You could tear down the walls and use it just like that. And then start setting it up in your camera 1 as this is your sky. It's way off in the background. It's as big as this. What goes here, and that door goes here. But I'm going to let you set that up to give it depth. You'll learn a lot from this lesson. You'll make a lot of mistakes. It's good to make mistakes. That way I can point out what the mistakes are and we can learn from them together. Alright. Enjoy, and then on to the next lesson.